Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name's John O'Casson. This is the Woman Toast, the online memory afternoon, episode 82. How's your lives? Are you well? You doing good? Hope so. Good to see you this afternoon. We've got a lovely show lined up for you. We have coming up shortly the retro raffle, as always. We have a singer of songs who's fantastic, Mr. Will Harris from the band My Little Brother, all the way live from Cumbria, will be joining us shortly in a little while. He's brilliant. We've got the memory of the week. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Of course, we've got the musical of the week is back. Still going, musical of the week, Jono. Yes, Jono, it is. And there'll be two musicals battling it out. We've got Jeanette's poem of the week, and we have our lovely co-hosts. Let's just bring them to the fore. Tom and Jeanette. Let's see. Hi, you guys.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, you guys. I went all high pitched. How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you.
Great to see you, Tom and Jeanette. You're looking lovely, the pair of you.
Thank you, Jono.
Have you had any work done on your bodies this week?
No. Should I have?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't, Tom.
No, John, no, thanks.
How are you doing, Tom?
I'm very well, thank you.
Very well. I only see Tom yesterday. We did a memory afternoon in the community, which was lovely. Jeanette, I haven't seen for a week. So yourself, Jeanette, what's happening?
I'm very well. I've had a lovely week. Spent the weekend in London with my daughter, which was very nice. Did lots of walking. Crikey, 12 miles in one day. And then more the next day. And then last night I went to the Art Centre to see a fabulous comedian called Jenny Eclair. She was so funny. That was the best comedy show I've ever been to. It was really funny. I laughed all the way through. It was great.
Oh, good.
So
That's nice. Nice to get out. I suppose it was. Oh, it would have been packed, wouldn't it? Colchester.
It was a sellout. It was one of those shows that was kind of bumped from last year, and it sold out before this year. So
yeah, bumped from last year.
I was a little bit nervous actually because there was nobody there wearing masks, and it was packed, and I was like, oh, I don't want to move, I don't want to go to the bar, I don't want to go to the toilets. So I was a bit nervous. So I'll be doing a lateral flow test tomorrow.
Oh, bless you.
I don't think it's worth doing one today because it doesn't show up till the day after, does it? So.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, with how that social anxiety's made us a little bit wary.
God, yeah, I'm really nervous now. And then I got a message this morning from a friend saying, "Oh, saw you on Facebook out with your sister last night. It looks packed, not a mask in sight. Be careful." So,
Stay safe.
I was already nervous.
Yeah, well, we just got to get reused to it. We just got to go out there and do what we do.
Yeah.
Carefully.
Of December, so I'm kind of a bit nervous now. After I've had that, I might feel more inclined to get Christmassy and go out.
What was it? Your booster? Did you say it cut
My
out?
booster will be on. Oh, sorry, my booster will be on the 1st of December.
Woo! Woo to the booster.
No.
Wonderful. Christine says hello. Hello, Christine. She's here for a while before she's got to pop off to an engagement. Lovely to see you today and yesterday, Chris, and Brian as well, of course. Karen says, good afternoon, my fave threesome. Hello, Karen. Chrissy also says hello, Jeanette and Tom, which is also nice. Jenny says hello, everyone. Hi, Jenny. And what does he say? Wello, peeps. It's KGB in the house. KGB.
Wello. He needs to put his glasses on.
Yeah. Wello, everybody. How you doing?
Maybe it's a thing in Cambridgeshire or wherever he is.
Yeah,
Or wherever he is. Because he moves around. KGB, you've got to think about it. He's always on the move.
He is incognito, isn't he?
Incognito, yeah. He's like, I was going to say Inspector Clouseau, but I was thinking of the cartoon. That isn't very good description. No,
I'm going to go and visit him later on his boat. So I'll check.
Might not be there.
Yeah.
Oh, long drive on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, and it's been raining. I hope it dries off for you. Let's do the retro raffle. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. has been seen. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. Oh yeah, it's coming to your screen. Retro raffle, Facebook Live. Yeah, indeed, Jono. The retro raffle for one more week. What have we got for you today? Actually, we've got sweets. If you get a prize, if you get the question right, you get a prize of one of these sweets, unopened.
Unopened.
I can't eat them.
Wow, it's a real prize, not a virtual one.
It's a real prize, but let me be clear. You only get one sweet out of the pack, not the whole pack. If you get the question right and you want a sweet sent in the post in a really small envelope. I do have really small envelopes across yonder. I thought, why not? You know, so it'll be a lucky dip. What have they got in there? They've got love hearts, drumsticks. They've got Parma violets. They've got refreshers. Got lollipops, love hearts. Yeah, all the good stuff. All part of your $5 a week, $5 a year. Karen says, yes, it's a worry, COVID. My daughter and her partner have COVID. Many of her friends too seem to be catching COVID, sadly. Sorry to hear that, Karen. Hope they're okay. And it's part of what we've got to go through, and I hope it isn't too bad. I admit I'm a little bit careful with going out and about. And if you do see me in a supermarket, it's not that I don't like you, but if you come near me, I might do some karate chop, some high karate on you. Other than that, I don't mind. We had a nice afternoon yesterday, didn't we, Tom?
We did. Yeah, it was very. It was quite a lot of people as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a busy afternoon. So if we're subdued, everybody, it's because of that. It's not because of anything else. It was a lovely afternoon at Greenstead Community Centre.
Sorry, I missed it.
No, you said you wouldn't be there. You're a busy lady, drinking sort of champagne, eating grapes, all of that probably on a chaise long, I'd imagine.
Your sister putting some grapes in your mouth.
Yeah, she's got a little bell now.
You can't eat by yourself, can you, or anything?
No.
She's got one of them bells, Tom, so she can ring her sister. Lorraine, I need a really nicely filled sandwich.
You know what? I've got my own sandwich now. I made it. It's nearly finished. Cheese and pickle. And Lorraine will be home for lunch soon. So she's not been home for lunch on a Friday for ages, but she is today.
You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait, could you? You go and get your cheese and pickle. The question on the retro raffle. We just do one question nowadays to win a sweetie. Can you name 3 retro ice lollies of the past? Simples. 3 retro ice lollies of the past. Just because it's the lovely weather for ice lollies. Super random here. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you. Hope you are well as Ken and all the family. Retro ice lollies. What would I go for? Sparkle.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, lemonade sparkle. Ooh, that'd go down well, Tom. I did used to like. I don't know if Sparkle did it. A cider lolly.
Oh yeah,
they were nice. What else were there? There was the one, I won't say their name, but they had all sticky bits on the top, then a different colour, then a different colour under that. That's all I'm saying, just to inspire people out there. Keith said Zoom, Fab, and Antarctica.
Antarctica
is an ice lolly. Or he just imported ice from Antarctica.
I'm going to have to Google that.
Yeah, you're right, Tom. I saw that. Antarctica ice lolly. Christine's going Mivi, Solar, Solar, whatever they're called. Missed it. Traffic lights. Yeah. Karen's going Zoom, Midnight Mint, and Fab.
Ooh.
Midnight Mint.
Controversial with Midnight Mint.
Did you have to have it at midnight? What do you remember what it looked like, Tom?
No, I have no idea.
Midnight Mint. Tell us, what was it like, Karen?
No.
Don't remember those. Were they like after eights that you'd put in the freezer
After 8 with the stick on.
with a stick on them
Yeah.
that you've moulded together and then stuck in the freezer?
I wonder if Christine means, when she said Mivvy, traffic lights, solar, does she mean Solero?
Solero.
Yeah,
And-
they're lovely.
Mivvy was, well, it was a strawberry Mivvy, wasn't there? Raspberry Mivvy for a while. I think they did a couple of other flavours.
Orange Mivvy?
Was there an orange Mivvy? Yeah. Never reached us, orange Mivvy. Someone jumped on the van before it got there. At the back, come on, boxes, grab them up. That was like in them days. What they used to say, fell off the back of a lorry. Karen says, maybe I got it wrong. I will Google it. Midnight Mint. Sounds like an ELO song, doesn't it?
Sounds like a colour.
Yeah. What you go in and get one of those colour charts in
B&Q.
home base. Yeah.
For your paint. I'm going to have that wall.
Gonna have a midnight mint tonight.
They were chocolates. They were just chocolates, midnight mints.
They were just chocolates, Karen.
Oh,
But we allow it.
you're on Google.
If you did have them in the freezer, then that would class them as a frozen lolly of some kind.
I looked up Antarctica lolly
Yeah.
and can't find one.
You
So,
need to have words with that Keith.
KGB? What?
KGB, where you coming with the Antarctica business, eh?
Yeah.
Did you ever used to make your own lollies?
Yes. Yeah, I've still got the little thing that you put your squash in and your little stick.
I used to make them, but the one my mum had, it was a top loader. You poured it in and then you put the sticks in.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
And within seconds of pulling it out, the sticks always come off. Rubbish.
Were they not plastic ones with a little kind of circular bit so that it would...
Yeah, and then they had the top, like the hat that went on with a little kind of divot in it. So it's sort of like, you'd put the hat on and it was underneath. And that had always come out straight away.
Oh,
But in recent times, I've got one of those sort of moulded ones that don't have a top. And you can make a Calipro, is it? You can make one of them.
Calippo.
Calippo, yeah, you can make one of them style of your own. They're very good, very good. Yes, very nice. Christine says, Brian has just bought me some Arctic roll, just had fish and chips. You're having a 70s revival, bless you.
Oh.
Did your mum put them in the freezer?
What, Arctic rolls?
No, your lollies, because that's
Yeah. Yeah,
That's where it could be going wrong.
it's just very wet. Yeah,
just in the seams. Just
just
pull
out
it
the fridge. No, she put them in. Maybe our freezer wasn't really strong.
Yeah, maybe you didn't. She hadn't turned it up to full whack or something.
No, it could have been on number one.
Freeze.
Just about froze things, and you've got to get them out and eat them within 10 seconds. No, never worked. My sisters are not here today to tell me any different, so that's what I remember.
Yeah, we miss them. We like their input for your memories.
Yeah, absolutely. They put my my memories in.
Into perspective.
That's the one. So if anybody wants me to send them a sweet, let me know. I'll send you a sweet. What about we do memory of the week?
Memory of the week.
Now, I confess that this one got spoken about yesterday at our in-person memory afternoon. So apologies for anyone that was there if we're covering similar ground. I usually try and keep them different, but we got through so many things yesterday. It was such a busy afternoon that we spoke about a number of memories. And the memory for Tom and Jeanette to ponder is who you, and you out there, of course, everybody else out there, who used to have salesmen knocking at their door to pick up money owed. For us, it was the Littlewoods Pauls, and as we had the Corona man, which he wouldn't be so popular nowadays, but he used to have a open top drinks thing. He used to deliver Corona, fizzy pop, orangeade, lemonade, bottles of it in glass bottles. We used to get loads every week. My mum used to order, and there was Littlewoods Pauls, and there was. I was reminded by my father-in-law recently. Littlewoods Pauls used to try to get the correct scores, and then you put the pools in and you paid him the money. And there was a spot the ball competition where you had to get the middle of where the ball was, where 2-3 footballers were playing. Anyway, do you remember any any salesmen coming to your doors, Tom?
I was trying to think. I remember the pools man coming a bit.
Paul's man, yeah.
I do remember the Corona lorry truck thing, but I think we just used to collect the bottles and then take them back, because you used to find Corona bottles around, didn't you? Well, that's
Yeah,
what we used to do.
yeah.
Find them and then get the deposit back.
Get the deposit back, yeah. I think they had little lines on the top part of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure we didn't really have a lot of fizzy drinks.
We did. There went my teeth. Yourself, Jeanette, did you have people knocking at the door? Because you was very poor. You must have.
I know we were very poor.
Probably for
I
rent
do
and
remember.
stuff like that, wasn't it?
No, we didn't have.
Joking.
We didn't have to pay rent, so that was good. We were in a house that came with my dad's job. But what I do remember is somebody called the Provy Man, and us all having to hide and be quiet. Hide under the windowsill and just.
It was the insurance that used to come out.
Provincial.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
the
it was the
insurance.
money lending thing or insurance. I don't know what it was, but the
Well,
Provy.
Yeah, I think it used to be.
Probably a borrowing thing.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
know.
I don't know. They used to have insurance, because I think one of my cousins used to do it. I used to go out with him sometimes you'd have to go to the council and find people that just turned 18 on the register, on the poll register thing, and then we would like find their houses, because their address would be there, and then he'd go round and knock on their door and try and sign them up for the insurance, and you'd have to pay like a little bit each month or each week.
Yeah.
Mm.
I used to collect pools money with my cousin Jenny. Her dad was like a poolsman, whatever, I don't know what they're called. And I don't know if it was Littlewoods. I'm not sure, maybe. And me and Jen used to go round to the houses near where she lived and collect the money on a Thursday night. And he used to give us, I don't know, probably some Corona and crisps for doing it.
Yeah, agents, weren't they? They were agents.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, but he'd get the kids to do it for next to nothing.
One of our guests yesterday at the in-person afternoon said, I don't know if it was them or their neighbour, used to put tin in the electric and the gas used to spin, and they used to stop it from spinning. So when the gas, I think it was the gas man or electric man, used to come around, he'd take all the coins, because you used to put coins in the meter, and he'd give you some back where you'd sort of overpaid. But somebody was saying about they used to put tin in it to stop it sort of going up, the money, in the old days. I mean, I've heard of that, where people stop the wheel spinning, how it used to be. I mean, we're going back. Somebody said 30 years ago was 1991. I saw online. 30 years ago was 1991.
It was yesterday, surely.
I mean, yeah, it's like, I'll go back to bed then. What's that all about? Let's see what people are saying. Kim says, Mivy, Orange Maid, Zoom. Excellent choices, Kim. Karen says she was unable to find it, but it was mint ice cream. She swears it. She swears it was mint ice cream. Yeah, I'm sure it was, Karen. Jenny had the Corona man call him. Let's hope he don't come around these days. Nobody would let him in, would they? Going down the street, calling out like a rag and bone man. Corona man, come and get your Corona. It ain't going to happen, is it? That's not popular. Kim used to have a video man and the pools man. Oh, wow, a video man. I remember with Blockbusters, we used to go there. We had a card and everything. It was massive.
But they didn't deliver, did they?
I didn't know they delivered him.
Must be very posh where she lived.
Or it could be knockoff ones where they used to film them in the cinema, and you'd hear all the crisp packets going. It'd be a terrible
shadows of people getting up to go off to the loo.
Literally, I've watched films like, oh look, it's Forrest Gump, and then you sort of like hear all this noise. Well, it's probably earlier than Forrest Gump. Sorry, Forrest. The Paraffin Man is a vague memory, says Jenny Lithgow, the former queen, the reinstated queen of the retro raffle scene, everyone. The Paraffin Man. Gosh, yeah. That's set a little memory in my head. We used to have one of those little fires. Danzy says the bloke from the Never Never who collected the weekly money to pay for our new pull switch wall lights. Ooh, you'd gone well up market to get pull switch wall lights, Danzy. Unbelievable. Jenny says, I remember taking back Corona bottles like Jeanette. And my uncle, Tom, I can't remember 2 minutes ago. I remember taking Corona bottles back, and my uncle, bless him, who had MS, used to be a collector for the pools. Bless. Wonder if it was Littlewood's pools. Around our way, it was Littlewood's pools, and there was probably one other. I can't remember. Oh, I know. There got to be a thing for a while for catalogues.
Yeah.
So there was like the catalogue man. Oh, what was that? Grattan. Was there a Grattan catalogue? And you used to pay, like you do now, you can pay for items over a period of time, like HP, hire purchase. But there was a catalogue man. So if you bought a jumper, you could pay for it over the whole year, 10p a week or something, whatever it was. And the catalogue man used to come. Jenny mentions we had the Salvation Army band every Christmas. We lived in the country, so we gave them all a cup of tea and a warm-up before they continued on their way.
That's nice.
The generosity of strangers. Lovely. Christine said she had a milkman and our bread was delivered late at night, so new and fresh. Yeah, Jason over the road from me, his dad worked in a baker and they used to get the fresh bread. And I went to him with Jason to his dad's bakery. Smells so good, fresh bread, doesn't it? So nice. Karen says, and the knife man. Now, that's one thing you don't want. Who's coming to knock on my door tonight? The knife man.
There's Freddie.
Exactly. Who sharpened your scissors and knives. And the rag and bone man. You're very young, Tom and Jeanette, but do you remember rag and bone man around your way?
We still get one here.
We still
Not
get
much
one.
rag and bone. It just
Do you?
collects. Yeah, there's a guy that drives around, rings bell. On,
Rings a bell still, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the same guy that comes down to
Yeah.
your road, Tom. And he collects old like washing machines and
Sort of
just
metal
scrap,
stuff, isn't it?
scrap metal mostly.
Yeah.
Wow, rag and bone man in 2021. How fashionable.
Well, we've had a thing through the door for somebody to sharpen our knives as well.
Oh, how funny.
Oh, a knife man.
Yeah.
Woman. Oh, could be a woman.
I remember
Old trades coming back.
I remember sort of like this, like the knife guy with a wheel, big spinning wheel that he would sharpen his knives.
Yeah.
And also, I just thought, this is a really vague memory, but Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yay!
We used to get somebody come round and try. I think because my mum bought hers from somebody who came round to the door. I'm sure.
Yeah, I remember them. You can invest in one, but once you did, you had to buy the whole rest of them.
Yeah.
And they were massive. Each one of them was really big.
Yeah.
And nobody ever read it. Kids looked at it a little bit. Well, you might have read it, Tom. I don't know.
I did have a look occasionally, yeah.
Yeah, Encyclopedia Britannica. Keith says Granada TV rental bloke.
Oh, you can rent TVs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had radio rentals and Rumbelows. We rented TVs, and they had like 50 pence maybe things on the side. You used to sort of, the picture would run out. You'd be in the middle of the film. It'd run out, and you quick get another 50p in there. And they used to come around. I remember going to the
like
shop.
that now with Wi-Fi, isn't it? Just the Wi-Fi's gone. Netflix.
Yeah, oh no! Oh, it's that buffering. And the milkman 7 days a week in those days with the cream on the top. If we could get it before the birds.
We still get ours delivered. We get a pint delivered.
Oh, Tom, is it the 1970s where you live?
I think it is.
Rag and bone men, milkman every day,
Knife sharpening.
knife sharpening. What a beautiful revival! I did think
There's a
when
knock on the door. I think it's Encyclopedia Britannica man just come round.
I did hear a knock. I did think when I popped round, dropped that off to you. Your house, your road is a bit like Festive Road in Mr. Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember Mr. Ben? He used to live on this really nice road. Kids would be playing, people saying hello to each other. It's Tom, where Tom lives, it's very much like Mr. Ben's Road, and that's an animated cartoon from the 70s.
I remember doing
Still like
carol singing in your road, Tom. It was lovely a few years ago, and it was really, really snowy. And I think I brought Neve with me and a bunch of others, and we all stood there. And I think maybe you played guitar, and maybe Bruce played double bass or something, and Emma on fiddle, and it was so lovely. All these people standing under the streetlights in the snow with these carol sheets and singing. It was like something out of Victorian times.
But it snows here every Christmas.
Just
Day.
in your
They arrange it.
Yeah.
They arrange it.
Or when we do the carol singing anyway.
It starts snowing. They usually order it for an hour before so it settles.
I think we've done, I mean, we moved here in 2002, I think. And I think we've, so it must be it's probably over 15 years that we've been doing the carol singing around the streets.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've been on
I
the
think
streets that long?
we even went out last year, but didn't go in the pub where we usually end up at the pub.
I was going to mention that.
Well, we had to throw you out, didn't we? Yeah. I remember that.
So not true.
Got
Do you know
banned.
what? You two are giving me such a bad reputation.
I
hope
never
you
said
know
anything.
It's all in jest.
I did-
Don't anybody else jump on this bandwagon.
Let's see what
It's
people
not been
say.
allowed in the Foresters since. She's got that banned. Yeah, that bad.
Oh, shame, isn't it? Shame, really. But you make your bed. Danzy says Kay's, Grattan, and Littlewood's catalogues. I fell in love with the knee-high platforms in dove grey. I still dream about them, she says. Well, we still get a rag and bone man round our way, says Kim. In Pitsea, if I remember rightly. Gypsy selling lavender for luck. Oh, yes.
I remember that. My mum being really cross with them because she was Irish too. It's just gypsies. It's not real lavender.
More radio rentals from Danzy. Jenny says we had the knife sharpening. Sat on his bicycle pedaling to turn the stone, like Tom says, to sharpen the knives. I was fascinated.
I like that.
Oh, yeah. And Danzy says the bloke who sold dishcloths and scrubbing brushes that my mum bought and didn't need. You get that a little bit now.
Towels.
You do, yeah.
You get someone who's sort of come out of prison and they've come out of prison and they've got a note. Would you be interested in? But yeah, we still get that now. What some lovely memories there of people coming around their door asking for stuff or delivering stuff. Yeah, and the postman always at the same time every day.
Yeah.
Always early. Now they come sometimes really late. Not moaning about that.
Yeah.
I prefer it was late than early, but there we go. Anyway, we have a guest we should talk to. We should bring to the fore, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Cumbria, live and direct. We have Mr. Will Harris.
Yay.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Will.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. How's life with you, and how is Cumbria getting on?
It's pretty good, thanks. Yeah, can't complain. It's
Massive.
very wet, but Cumbria, so.
So from a different part of the world, from where my dad was born down the road from you in Cockermouth, from where we're talking about, and you're obviously massively younger than us, but did you have salespeople come to your door at all when you were younger?
I remember the coal man.
Coal man.
There was a I think there was a butcher as well and a fishmonger. But other than that, I don't really remember anything. But we did have a rental TV. We definitely had a rental TV.
Yeah.
I was just thinking we still have a fish man as well. Tuesday.
Oh, you're joking.
No, Tuesday.
Your road is
Fish man's
amazing.
around.
Oh my God.
It
What an
is
amazing-
like we live in a different world down this street.
You do. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Well, Will has a coal man. We didn't have that, did we? Not now, probably. Do you have anyone now coming to your door?
No one at all anymore. No. No one comes around.
No friends, nothing.
No, friend. Danzy says Cumbria, beautiful.
It is.
Lovely.
It is. So, Will, you're going to sing us some songs today. We're so pleased you're with us. We're going to do our best. Well, I'm going to really try not to interrupt your broadcast like last time with my jingles. They're paused. What were you going to start off with, Will? We're going to get.
I'm going to start off with a relatively old one of mine. It's a song called Steve, which I realise is an unusual name for a song, but it's a song called Steve.
Let's get out of your way, Will. Ladies and gentlemen, let him take the floor. The wonderful, from the band My Little Brother, the wonderful Will Harris.
She says your name is Steve. I hope that you turn out to be everything that she seems to believe. With your soft blue eyes and your lips that she says can paralyze. Oh, Steve. She says your name is Steve. She says she's moving on. She says that she'll be better once I'm gone. With her smile so fine, in those arms so much stronger than mine. Oh, 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 Steve. She says she's moving on. I wish I was bolder. I get a tattoo on my shoulder. You think you would make me look older? You think you would make me look cool the way you do? Because my love is falling for you. My love is falling for you. She says she's moving on. She says that she'll be better once I'm gone. With that smile so fine, in those arms so much stronger than mine. Oh, 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 Steve. She says she's moving on. I wish I was bolder. I get a tattoo on my shoulder. You think you would make me look older? You think you would make me look cool the way you do? Because my love is falling for you. Love is falling for you. I wish I was bolder. I'd carve a name into my shoulder. You think you would make me look colder? You think you would make me look cruel the way you do? Because my love is falling for you. My love is falling for you. My love is falling for you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Will. Good old Steve. I have to say that you've given me a lot of joy. You've given my family a lot of joy with your songs. You're a really good songwriter, really good. And some of your songs are, as soon as we put it on, we're dancing around the room, we're jumping up and down. Sometimes it's insides, our insides are going up and down. In a good way, what I mean. But that's lovely. What got you into it? What started you?
I played piano and I was teaching myself guitar, and it just, I don't know, it just seemed logical when I was messing around on piano. I wrote tunes on piano since I was about 5. Wow. And then it just seemed a logical progression to. I grew up listening to pop music basically, and it just seemed an obvious thing to try and do. And then the more I did it, the more I thought I can kind of do this. And it's well, as you know, it's quite addictive. Once you go, you always think that you can do better, or you can always do something sort of a bit more experimental to try different things. And it's not something I ever see myself stopping doing. Even if nobody listened, I would still write.
Yeah, the same. I think also it's quite nice that when you get ridiculously sort of big in the world and massively famous, we can have a spin-off potential. The younger Will's writing sort of songs when you're 5. It'd be a great little series. I kind of picture it like the Wonder Years. Do you remember that show, The Wonder Years? It'd be like that. Lovely. It's nice. It is a gift. I think it's a lovely thing to have, that you can just sit down and write songs. Could you get lost in it, Will? I'm sure.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Last time you were on the show, I enjoyed your music so much that I then went and listened to pretty much everything in your back catalogue, and it was all amazing. Some really, I really like pop songs. That's my kind of thing, and you've done some fantastic pop songs. I really like.
Yeah,
that's really nice to hear. Yeah, I'm a fan of a good quality pop song. Is just
underrated. That's what I think they are.
Definitely.
Yeah, and anyone that doesn't know, Will came with Dan from My Little Brother and played our show at the Arts Centre probably 5+ years ago now, I'd imagine.
Yeah, must be.
It was an early one. It was really great. I'll just read out a few comments. We had Karen saying, "Thank you, love the song. I'm dancing to it." There we go.
Excellent.
Christine says, "Very nice." Christine, you're meant to be going out, love. Applause from she likes the music, likes Will. Applause from Jenny and Keith as well.
Thank you.
And I'm sure there'll be more comments. And we're going to pop you off for a minute, if that's okay, Will. We're going to do the musical of the week, and then we'll come back to you after that.
Okay.
Will Harris, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be back in a moment. Thank you, Will. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We like him.
As it says in one of his songs, "Lovers unite, unite, unite." Musical of the week. Did you want to be an actor? Didn't you want to be on the stage? But you were poor and lacked opportunity. They passed you over, turned the page. And now you host a funny show on the internet. I know it's not like Broadway love, but it's the closest that you'll get when you host Musical of the Week. Go and grab your popcorn. It's the Musical of the Week. We will fly, we will fly, we will touch the sky in our Musical of the Week. It seems a shame to make that jingle shorter, but it is terribly long. But there we go.
It's lovely.
Musical of the Week. So we've got 2 for you today. First up, we have Grease. Of course, Grease starred John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, and Stockard Channing. The film depicts the life of greaser Danny Zuko, an Australian transfer student, Sandy Olsen, who develop an attraction for each other. Songs in the film included Summer Nights, You're the One That I Want, and Hopelessly Devoted to You. Let me go to Jeanette Lyons on the top left there. Can you tell us your experience of Grease, please?
I quite liked it when it came out, but then I fell absolutely in love with it when my daughter discovered it. And she knows every word of every song and grew up with the film. Even though it was a little bit adult for her at the time, she was quite young, she was okay with it. And yeah, we were talking about it last weekend, funnily enough, and singing bits of it.
There we go. You've got chills and they're multiplying. How about you, Tom? Did you watch it? You must know it.
I've seen it, yeah.
How many times?
30, I think.
About 30.
Probably about the same amount of times as me watching it with Neve.
I don't know, about 3 or 4 times, I suppose. It's
So
on-
you're not in the official fan club for it, Tom?
I mean, you know, it's all right, isn't it?
It's all right. If I put you on the spot, what's the best song for you
What's the best song?
when it comes on and you go, "I'm on the dance floor, love, come on"?
I can't remember the songs now. That is on the spot, isn't it? I'm
You've
going to have a
got,
look. I'm going to have a look.
Dun,
I think.
dun, 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 dun. Summer loving had me a blast.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
I think "Hopelessly Devoted to You" is fabulous.
Oh no, I hate that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love it.
I think it's just really rubbish.
Really rubbish.
Sorry, I'd
We're
really.
here with the yin and yang of light entertainment. Really rubbish. Sorry, Jeanette.
Sorry.
So, although Tom might say, "Oh, I love that one, Sandy. Oh, Sandy, baby."
Not sure I like that one.
No,
either.
I'm not sure he would actually.
Look at me, Sandra D. That one.
Oh,
I don't know, I can't remember that one.
I can't remember that one.
Jono, you can sing it. Go on.
Sandra D. No, I honestly don't remember.
Look at me, I'm Sandra D. Lousy with. I'm not going to say the next word.
Oh, vaguely.
It's vaguely.
I can't. I'm
It's
Sandra.
vaguely. I dropped off at that point. I think the quality of songwriting's got to remain with it.
There's
Tony,
a line in it that I really like. It's "Keep your filthy paws off my silky drawers."
oh, hello.
I know the film inside out, honestly. I love it.
You really do. Karen says, "I loved Grease. Went to the premiere years ago." Tony James says, "Grease Lightning came with a dance as well." Tony James says also wanted to be a T-bird. Is that one of the ladies' gang or the men's gang?
I think it was a ladies, wasn't it? A bird.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He wanted to be in the ladies' gang with Pinky
I
and.
think so, yeah.
You're such teasers.
No, I don't remember. Is the T-bird is actually a men's?
The car, isn't it? It's a car. And they were racing cars to kind of, the boys were
I don't
building.
know. I like the songs. I wasn't. I like the songs. I saw it. I think I saw it once, paid, and then the door was open at Wells Street's.
Tony's annoyed now. Look.
No, Pink Ladies. Oh,
No.
Pink Ladies, Tony. Tony, what have I done to you? Your reputation, mate, coming on under Tony James, other than your other real name. Luckily, that's just not your real name. The Grease. What am I on about? Grease goes against the Rocky Horror Show. It starred Tim Curry, Susan Sarandon, and Meatloaf. I'm like a bat out of hell. Actually, I get compared to Meatloaf most Thursdays and Fridays. A newly engaged couple have a breakdown with a flat tire in an isolated area in the film and must seek shelter at the bizarre residence of Dr. Frankfurter. Songs included Time Warp, Sweet Transvestite, and I Can Make You a Man. I think I remember the first two. I'll go to Tom. Rocky Horror Show. Any good, Tom?
Yeah, I think I quite like the film. I quite like Susan Sarandon, I think, is what I quite liked.
Hello.
Damn it, Janet.
Right.
More than songs, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I was more into the Little Hot Shop of Horrors, which was a sort of a funny spin-off, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was quite funny. That.
It had Steve Martin in it. It was all right. I mean, as we know, all of us in the world know, people go and get all dressed up and go to screenings of it, dressed up like transvestites from Transylvania and things like that. Jeanette, Rocky Horror Show, picture show, one for you?
I quite like it. I was introduced to it by some friends years ago, and they ended up having a karaoke party at a wine bar where they did that, and everybody had to dress up. And it's the only time I've dressed up with anything to do with Rocky Horror Show. And I dressed up as Magenta, the kind of maid woman. And then I had to choose a song from and I didn't know it very well, but I chose a song called Touch Me, and which is usually sung by someone else, not Magenta, but it was all right. It was good fun.
Oh, wow. Send us the photos. We'll put them up.
You don't want to see them. They're quite rude.
We'll put them up. I thought beforehand this was going to be a rout. And I thought to myself, the last time I thought about that, it wasn't at all. And it went the other way. But I think it's leaning a certain way. Karen votes Grease. Keith says Grease. Grease for both Christine and Brian. For me, says Tony, Grease is the word.
Oh, I quite like that song. That's quite a nice song.
Yeah. Grease is the word that you've heard.
Yeah.
It's got groove, it's got meaning. Sorry, I always sing when people say the name of songs. Sorry about that. Grease for me, love the film and song, says Kim. Tony just says, just send the photos, Jay. I will judge their suitability. he can be our adjudicator.
Yeah, I think we probably need a censor, don't we?
We do need a censor. I've got to worry about them.
Yeah.
So keep your voting. If you don't know what happens, each week we pitch two things together. At the moment, there's been a run of musicals, and you vote for what one you want to be made. In this week, musical of the week between Grease and the Rocky Horror Picture Show. There we have it. We've laid it out for you. Vote, vote, vote like crazy. Jenny says, I've seen the Rocky Horror Show on stage, but not the film. I'll choose Grease. I took of one of my daughters who was a smidgen underage. I lied for her when she was challenged. Don't admit that on the public forum, Jenny. They'd be round at your door. You have a different sort of person calling on your door. Just saying.
Services.
Social services. She let her watch Grease. We're going to take her in.
Daughter
Right.
will be taken away. Yeah.
Yes. Let's welcome back Mr. Will Harris, if I can find him. Yes, there he is. 3, 2, 1. Are you receiving us, Will?
I am, yes.
So, Will, you know we deal in a lot of nostalgia. You know we're sort of the type of group we are. Are you aware of either of Grease or the Rocky Horror Picture Show films?
I'm aware of both, but I was in a school production of Grease.
Ha-ha.
So I would go with Grease just because I know it better, I think.
Who did you play?
Hey.
I played Roger, who is a character that most people forget.
Who's Roger?
Exactly. And I sang the song Rock and Roll Party Queen, which, again, is one of the songs that nobody remembers.
Yeah, don't remember it.
No.
I'd remember you if I saw you. What song would you pick as the best out of Grease?
Other than the theme tune, I think the theme tune is the best one. Grease is the Word is probably the best song in Grease.
Testing you now. Sorry, Will. Putting you
I don't
on.
know. I like You're the One That I Want is,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, if I did that, I'd be very, very proud of it. Put it that way.
Absolutely. A few years ago, the Beautiful South did an album of covers, and they did a really different and lovely version of You're the One That I Want.
Oh, did they?
You can go and check that out, everybody. The Beautiful South doing You're the One That I Want. Yeah, that was really good. So, Will, tell us, what are you up to at the moment, apart from being in your room singing to us?
I'm working with a charity around here called Sunbeams Music, working with people with various needs across Cumbria, which is finally, it's actually some of it's face-to-face. It's been on Zoom for 18 months now, which, I mean, as you'll know, Zoom it's great. It's absolutely fantastic, but there's something about a face-to-face meeting that is better.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, finally, that's actually getting up and running again. Other than that, just going for a lot of walks in the local area. Not doing a huge amount, really.
Great work you're doing at Sunbeams. I know you've been there a while.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic work you do. Also, My Little Brother, your band, you've been doing some shows. You've gone back after COVID now, doing some live stuff. How's that been?
It's been brilliant. We've had in fact, we've had 3 or 4 of the biggest gigs we've ever done on main stages at festivals, mostly around here. But yeah, it's gone really, really well. It's so good to be back.
Okay.
We've just booked a Christmas show in Carlisle as well, which is it's an annual tradition, which obviously we missed last year.
Yeah.
So very, very much looking forward to getting back to that.
And as far as releasing music, you've had your recent album, Any plans for anything? Well, recent, as in probably the last couple of years now, isn't it? Last year or so.
It's almost exactly a year old.
Yeah, there we go. Happy birthday. How is it? How?
Howl, yeah.
Howler.
But we're working on new material for the gig in Carlisle, and then once we do that, we're going to get recording and get it out as soon as we can, basically.
Oh, exciting. If people want to find you, where do they go, Will? If they want to find out about My Little Brother or yourself?
If you type in My Little Brother with no spaces in it, you'll find us.
My Little Brother, I'm putting it in. I'll find the link and I'll put it on when you're singing your next song, Will.
We're on Facebook and all of them, and you can hear our music on Spotify or the streaming service of your choice or whatever. And so, yeah, if you type in My Little Brother with no spaces, you'll find us.
I've got the link. I'm not allowed to go to Facebook while we're on air because they throw me off, but I've copied the link and I've put it up for people to look at. And you're going to sing us another wonderful song. What are you going to do now, Will?
I'm going to do a song that I haven't sung for years, actually. And it's another old one that I don't, because we're a full band now, I don't often get the opportunity to do some of the quieter ones. So I'm going to do a love song called Disney Films.
Oh, right. Check it out. This sounds like it's going to be wonderful. I heard a clip of it before. I'm sure it is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Cumbria, it is the wonderful Will Harris.
Love is not like Disney films. Living in a castle where you'll love eternally. It doesn't work like that, you see. Love is not like Disney films. I guess I've found it more like Hitchcock or something. A terrifying mystery. Or an epic adventure with a disappointing ending. Or an overblown franchise when you know the sequel's pending. Or a swashbuckling adventure when they all get lost at sea. Or simply just a tragedy. Love is not like Disney films. I've got no fairy godmother to cast a spell on me. It doesn't work like that, you see. Love is not like Disney films. No prince will come on horseback in a bid to set you free. It doesn't work like that, you see. 'Cause I'm not a handsome prince and I do not have magic powers. That's why I'm here with chocolate and some freshly stolen flowers. 'Cause there is no animator who could draw the way I feel. And I know this isn't a Disney film, 'cause Disney films aren't real. Love is not like Disney films.
Oh, thank you very much, Will. That was lovely. Don't know where Tom's gone. He's going to appear now.
a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago or something. Yeah, a good while ago.
Yeah, it's really nice, really nice. You think it's going somewhere, and then the poignancy comes in, and it's lovely. Hi to Tina. Hi, Tina. Sorry I'm late, she says. Hi to you. Jenny sends applause. Quinton from the US of A, the lovely Quinton. Hi, Quinton. Hope you're well. He says, this show gives me the largest smiles of my week right now. Thank you. Kindness is hard to come by. Oh, gosh. Sending good wishes to you and your family, Quinton. Karen says, just Google. Oh, sorry. I thought she was going to reference Will. She said, just Googled it. Wall's Midnight Mint Choc Ice. She won't let it go. She won't let it go, Karen. And she's got something to say. You got it, Karen.
That's not an ice lolly. It's a chocolate.
We're letting her have it. It's a nice lolly. Let her have it. She's a good person. Wall's Midnight Mint Choc Ice. It sounds delicious. And for Will, sorry, I was just going to say, carry on, Jeanette. I'd say it in a minute.
I was just going to say, I just noticed a few more people have just joined the show, and they're going to have to be really quick to get their votes in to be counted. Okay. Musical of the week, Grease or the Rocky Horror Show?
Yeah. So if you want to vote quickly before Jeanette puts the scores out in a moment or two, what's your musical of the week, Grease or the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Vote now. Vote now. Vote now. Karen says to Will, love that song. Thank you. Free kisses. Kim says, great song, Will. A pleasure to listen to you. One kiss. Quinton says, wonderful song. And Kendall,
mark. You got that one.
Yeah, with an exclamation mark. Nice song, says Kendall. And Tina's got a vote in saying Grease. And Tony, another singer of songs, says great song, Will.
Thank you.
It doesn't get said enough that you're a really good songwriter. It should be said. Some of your tunes, they last. They're I was saying it yesterday at the memory afternoon, the in-person one. A song, in terms of things that you buy in your life, a song can give you one of the most valuable things that you'll ever buy. You know, if it's one that you love, it's there for you for 99p, £1, or whatever you pay, or a little bit more if it's on an album. It doesn't let you down. It's always available to you and others, and you can actually share it with others. Can't do that with a washing machine, TV, fridge, freezer. It's, you know, you think about things we buy and we spend money on. Value should be in people that write songs, that create music and deliver it to our hearts, like Will. And I just think you'll find that when they're disappearing because we diminish music somewhat and want it all for free, a lot of people do, not here, not you lot, but you're going to miss it. You know, some great music out there, including Will and My Little Brother. Sorry, Will, you was going to say something.
Oh, I was just going to say that I might actually use that on our advertising, just put cheaper than a washing machine.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could, and you could have asked other people to have washing machine related quotes.
Yeah.
How many My Little Brother albums could you buy instead of a Beko washing machine? Not a Miele, because you'd need a lot for a Miele.
Yeah.
They last for years. Nice song, Will, says Ken. I've read that out. Tina says Grease. Tony says great song, Will. I've read that out. Christine's got to go. See you next week. I haven't read that out. Have a great week, Chris and Brian. Tina says, great yesterday afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for being in our company. It was a lovely way to spend a Thursday afternoon. I can't remember what was said. It was almost like we say a happiness exchange. And I think it felt like an exchange with love. We do what we do with love, and we get it back from everybody in the audience. And it's a lovely thing.
And Elvis turned up as well.
And Elvis
I
turned
wasn't
up
expecting that.
and started kissing hands.
Yeah.
It was in the building.
He was in the building, and it went crazy. It was really good. He was Pete Webb as Elvis. If you haven't seen him, check him out. It was great fun. Sorry, Will, I'm just saying a few comments for you. Tony says, also had a quick listen to How, and we'll check out the band's other stuff. Sounds great. Yep. They've got great albums. The other album they've got, You Never Let Me Down. No, what's it called, Will?
Never Came Down.
Yeah, that, check it out. Some lovely songs on that too. Cheaper than a washing machine, says Danzy. She's saying it's a great quote. Melee, 20-year machines. Thanks for the entertainment as ever. See you, Danzy. Thank you. Yeah, Melee. Our one lasted about 22 years. Anyway, I digress. We'll let you get out of the way for a minute. We'll do our results. We'll do the poem of the week. We'll be back, thankfully, with one more tune for you in a bit. Yeah.
See.
See you in a minute. Thank you, Mr. Will Harris. He's a lovely gentleman.
He's such a good songwriter. Honestly, I can't say how many of his songs I listened to. All of them, I think, and they were all fantastic. Very different as well. Quite a diverse range of stuff.
And the album you mentioned, one before Howl, which Howl's great as well, but I had a particular affinity to because I must have listened to it in the car. Oh, you say about the value of songs. I listened to it hundreds of times. Love it. Jeanette, we have a late vote from Tina, but otherwise, I don't think things.
I was able to include it.
Yeah, I don't think it's moved that at all. I think it's an absolute whitewash for musical of the week. But just confirm, what's it looking like? 10-0.
Like that.
10-0.
It's like a rugby score.
It's like a rugby score. Liverpool against the lowly team that are doing not so well. 10-0. Greece is the word, and it is our musical of the week. Thank you all for voting.
So that's what, if anyone's doing karaoke this weekend, then they should perhaps choose from Greece.
Yeah,
that's my plan.
You can do Greece is the word. Summer Nights. You're the one that I want. With Hilda Baker.
Obviously devoted to you.
Who was it who did Hilda Baker? What's his name? Stanley Mallard.
Stan Mallard. All right. Arthur Mallard. Arthur Mallard. Yeah.
There we go. Karen's delighted that Greece has won. She's over the blooming moon. We've got time now, ladies and gentlemen, for Jeanette's poem of the week.
It's poem of the week. It's sometimes short and sweet. It's poem of the week. Always magnifique.
Well, this week's poem, I did think about doing something for Remembrance Day. It was yesterday, and it's always a very moving time. And I kind of thought, do you know what? I'm not, but I am going to do things about remembering. So I've chosen this poem, and it's called Changing the Past by a lady just called Donna. And it goes like this. The past is the past for a reason. That is where it's supposed to stay. But some cannot let it go. In their head, it eats away until all their focus becomes the person they used to be, the mistakes they made in their life. Oh, if only they could see that you cannot change what happened, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you think about it, no matter how much you cry. What happens in your lifetime happens for a reason unknown. So you have to let the cards unfold. Let your story be your own. Don't get wrapped up in the negative. Be happy with what you have been given. Live for today, not tomorrow. Get up, get out and start living. Because the past is the past for a reason. It's been and now it's gone. So stop trying to think of ways to fix it. It's done. It's unchangeable. Move on. That's Changing the Past by Donna. And I hope that's something that resonates with people. You can't change the past. Let's carry on.
Oh, good choice from you and from Donna. Love her kebabs, by the way. Just a little shout out. Very nice poem, Jeanette. How do you find them? Tell us. Let me interview you, Jeanette, and ask you one question. What happens with these poems? Where do you find them? What is it about the sensibility, the kind of styling?
I try and always choose poems that rhyme, but not forced rhymes too much. I don't really like that when people change structures of sentences so they don't really make sense apart from that they're in a poem. So I like easy, good rhymes. And I always seem to keep an eye out for poems because I just like them. And so if I see one, I'll make a note of it somewhere. And so that I've usually got a little store. Sometimes I'll kind of download them and just keep them on my desktop. Ready for the Warm and Toasty. And then I also have some websites that I go to. And like today, I had nothing prepared when we started the show. And it's really nice that I've got the internet and that I can kind of quickly whisk through some kind of, some of my favoured sites and quickly choose some poems that I like. There's some really good go-to places. But I'm not going to tell anyone what they are because then, you'd have read all the poems.
You would have spoiled it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, people absolutely love your poems. You are very popular. I think you could do a poetry tour where you read in local libraries, garden centres, maybe laundrettes. Let people pause for a moment. Street corners in the nicer part of town. Yeah, you could do a tour. It'd be great. Jeanette's.
Well, I quite like to do poems that are kind of fairly apt, either for my mood, the mood of the country, or just the time, kind of what's happening on the calendar. Like, Remembrance yesterday. I was thinking about all kind of, like Wilfred Owen and war poems and remembrance poems. And there were a lot of them on people's Facebook feeds and Instagram and stuff yesterday. And I did think about that. And there's some really moving ones. And I didn't want to, this is quite a light-hearted show. And I quite like that. And I know every now and then we'll touch on something more poignant. But I wanted to do something about remembrance, but not necessarily about the war, because, we all have our memories of different things and how it leaves us feeling. So I'll just kind of, twist things to kind of what I think fit the show. So hopefully that works. That works well. And let's see by the comments. You always get lots of great comments. Keith says, here. Karen says, another beautiful poem, beautifully read. Thank you. Free kisses. Jenny says, lovely, Jeanette, with applause. Kim says, that was lovely, Jeanette, and so true. Tina said, Jeanette looking very pretty today. Oh, thank you very much.
She's very nice, isn't she, to say that?
Yeah, that's really nice.
True. It's true, but we don't always say things out loud, even if we think them, do we? Where's my money? We just let it go. Lovely poem, Jeanette, says Ken. Jenny says, got to go now. Thanks again. So she heard the poem. She's off. Have a great weekend, Jenny. Thanks for being with us. Quinton says, great poem for the end of a murder defence too. Yeah. Tina says, it's too easy to hold on to the past, but it's wonderful when you can let it go. Yeah. Karen says, Tom, are you cold? He's cold. That is confirmed, is it, Tom?
Yeah. I haven't got the heating on.
He's not got the heating on. He's not going to put it on. He's hoping for people to come around the door to warm him up. Buy some bangers.
Coal man. Needs the coal man. Waiting for a delivery of coal.
Gas man's got to come to turn.
Gas man's got to come, take the money out, give a little bit of rebate.
Yeah.
Need to put a little bit back in. Haven't got any change.
Yeah. I hear you, Tom. I hear you. I hear your pain. I feel it every day. For the last time, should we welcome back Mr. Will Harris, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, we should. Here he is. Will, hi.
Hello.
Hello once again. So we've chatted about what you're going to be getting up to, or what you're up to with your upcoming gigs. Anything else to mention that you want to promote or you want to tell us about? Have you written any books lately?
Not lately, no.
So tell us about the decor. You've got a nice little area here. Are you upstairs, downstairs, in the Maiden's Parlour?
Downstairs. It's the living room, of our house, which has very, very low ceilings, as you can see if I stand up. And yeah, I've got a fire lit in here, so I'm actually roasting. But we're midway through renovating an old cottage, and
oh wow,
it's.
Do you have central heating then, Will?
No, we've got a few storage heaters and then 2 wood burning stoves.
Oh wow, so the wood's on the go all the time at this time.
Yeah, because it's. I think it was built in the late 1600s, so.
Blimey,
not particularly well insulated either. So we're working on insulating it and doing it all properly.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I think that's fantastic. 1600s. Are you able to sort of like do sort of things yourself with walls and brick? And do you have to call
we're more confident with it. We're definitely getting more confident with it. Working on the bathroom at the moment. Just put a skylight in and insulating it and things like that. But nice. We've been doing it for years, and it feels like it's endless, absolutely endless. But if we look back to how it was when we first got it, it's really, really coming on.
Oh,
It's
great.
very old building. Is it listed? I don't mean leaning. Is it a listed?
No. Yeah, in that sense, yes, slightly. But no, it's not. Most of the houses around it are, but ours isn't, which just made it easier to
Yeah.
do, basically.
Yeah, totally. Oh, I didn't mean to pry about your life, but it's actually really interesting hearing about it because I didn't know that. Yeah, really lovely, and we wish you well with it. We hope it continues to do good, and you'll get there in the end, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, after 5 years, it's finally waterproof. So
Oh, that's good.
well, from the top, it's still coming in the bottom, but we'll get a hand on that as well. I'm sure.
Cumbria. Keith says wood burners stoked here too, warm and toasty on the barge. He's living on a barge, and he's got his.
Wonderful.
I love open fires. I mean, they're a big part of our shows. We love an open fire here at the Warm and Toasty Club. Yeah, love it. I wish we had one here. I'm jealous now. I want to live in a 1600s building with an open fire. Oh, lovely.
You take your head a lot.
Wellies.
Yeah. Ah, bliss. So, last song from you today. Very pleased that you're on the show. Thank you for coming on. What have you got,
thank you.
Mr. Will?
I'm going to do another of my older songs. This is off the album you mentioned before, If We Never Came Down. It's called My Hypocritical Friend.
I love it. One a favourite of mine. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time this afternoon, he's here. He's here, and his name is Will Harris.
My hypocritical friend stayed with me last night. She turned up after 10, so she wouldn't have to fight with a man she doesn't understand. She's not part of his plans, my hypocritical friend. My hypocritical friend does this every week. She turns up at my door when she's far too drunk to speak, but I love her when she rolls up in my cupboards, and I don't want another hypocritical friend. I've had a bottle of wine, so can we save this for another time? It's all she seems to say. I've had a bottle of gin. You know I want you, but I'm still with him. It's when I should have walked away. I've had a bottle of wine, so could we save this for another time? It's all she seems to say. I've had a bottle of gin. You know I want you, but I'm still with him. It's when I should have walked away. My hypocritical friend stayed with me last night. We had that talk again about how I'm always too polite, but I'm just a man who doesn't understand how I'm not part of the plans. My hypocritical friend, my hypocritical friend.
Will Harris, ladies and gentlemen. Well
I think
played,
that's one of
Will.
my favourites. Definitely love that.
Oh, sorry, my phone's going. I'll talk to you later.
Will, can I ask you about your whistling? Do you? I can't whistle very well, and if I was then put on the spot to have to whistle during a song, I wouldn't be able to whistle at all. So how do you make when you're on stage? Does your mouth not go a little bit dry?
Yeah, frequently. I always seem to forget that is going to happen. So I reach that point and then I have a blind panic thinking, oh no, I need to whistle now. And frequently, particularly if it's an outdoor gig, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So if I find I can't whistle, then I'll just do something on the piano and hopefully get away with it.
Nice work. I like your cover up there. I was thinking of maybe having a recorder.
Oh yeah, that would work.
Maybe.
Well, maybe. Well, if that goes wrong, no.
Maybe not.
The recorder goes wrong. No. Ooh, bad. That's delightful, Will. Great song, says Tina. Great song, says Keith. Karen says, wow, love that song. Lyrics, brill.
Me too.
Thank you.
And our friend from the USA, Quinton, says, delightful. And lastly, Tina says, girls can't whistle. Wish I could. Girls can whistle, I'm sure, Tina.
We can if we haven't got a microphone in front of us.
Well, I think it's like I always say about when you're performing, if you think about it, things start going wrong. But if you just feel it, you'll be all right. Don't think about it. What's the next line? How does that go? Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember.
Yeah. Practice that, yeah. I'm a one key sort of man, and one note. I like to work off one note. And I find that sucking is good as well. It's as well as blowing.
That's a swanny whistle.
We're great at whistling. We're blooming great on the internet at whistling. Very nice.
Another show, isn't it?
Oh, what a show, Will. What have you let yourself?
Oh, look at them whistling.
I want to get on with me, Dave. Finish up.
Yeah, what an interesting bit.
What an interesting lot they are. Not. Remind me not to do that again. Ken says, very nice song. Keith says, I could teach you to whistle, Jeanette, later if you like. Ooh.
Oh, there's an offer.
There's an offer.
You can't refuse.
I'm not even going there now because we're nearly at the end. Kim says, loved that song. And Karen says, thank you for another great show. You brightened my day. Will, we're going to bid you goodbye with thanks for coming on. One of my favourite artists and one of my favourite songwriters, Will Harris, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having me. It's been brilliant.
Thanks, Will. We'll see you on the other side.
Right.
We're only getting rid of Will so that we've got room to put in the outro credits. There's only 4 screens, you see. Have a lovely week, all. Thanks for being with us. Oh, I should say, if you want to come to an in-person memory afternoon, we are at Shrub End Social Centre on the 24th of this month and back at Greenstead's Community Centre on the 9th of December. There we go, 2 o'clock all. Thanks to Tom, thanks to Jeanette, and thanks to you and the Lottery, National Lottery Community Fund for helping support our work. We will see you Friday next, 1 o'clock. Yes,
Bye,
indeed.
everyone.
I'm going to get the outro credits and we're going to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Dry a tear, baby dear, from your eye. Bye.
We've all got a tale to tell. Times were not always so. But putting it all aside, we made it through by and by. It's warm and toasty in here. Share our laughter, sometimes tears. You'll be welcome with a cup of tea and a biscuit, maybe 2 or 3, wrapped in a little white cloth, cooking for hours in the old iron pot. There's a jam roly-poly for tea, enough for you and Dad and Grandma and me. What did we like the most? Fish paste sandwich nothing could come close to bubble and squeak the day after our sun